Hi, my name is Florence. I'm the Head of Student Success at the University of Southampton, and my team look after the central financial support which is available to students. So we look after the hardship fund, and we've been working with students across the university and also with other members of staff and with the COVID response fund to be able to support students during this, what has been for many a really difficult time. One of the first things that we saw is that, or that students were reporting to us, is that so many of them lost their jobs really quickly. So we were able to offer grants for students that have paid their rent, has paid for kind of food, prescriptions, travel if they're key workers are needed to be able to continue to travel during this period of time. So being able to do that really quickly and being able to have that response from the Coronavirus Response Fund was fantastic. The other group of students who we were really aware of and we really wanted to make sure that we could help were our nursing and midwifery students. We gave them all £60, which covers the cost of 2 uniforms. We didn't specify it. For some students that might be not what they needed, but that was what it was able to buy them, and that we've able to pay that money buybacks directly to their bank account. The other thing that we've been able to offer students, which has been fantastic, is the online learning grants. We've been able to support over 1,200 students who didn't have access to computer equipment. When we came back after the Easter break, students were transitioning to online learning in a way that they've never needed to do before. We were overwhelmed with the number of students who reached out to us, and we were really pleased to be able to support a real majority of the students who contacted us.
Hi there, my name is Rachel and I'm a PhD student in my final year at the University of Southampton, and my thesis is looking at people's beliefs, attitudes and intentions towards the continuation or discontinuation of long-term antidepressant use for depression. It's been quite tough trying to work out a structure in my day that means that I can get my studies done at a sensible time, be able to keep things around the home going okay, being able to look after my stepson when he's here with us, and also just having a bit of time for myself, because I have suffered with mental health difficulties since I was about 17. I was diagnosed with depression at that time. Hence why I've got such a big interest in my PhD and the studies that I'm doing. For me, I think the Southampton coronavirus response was so pivotal and so such a welcome thing for me to be able to access, and I think it has played a huge part in alleviating a lot of stress and anxiety for myself and for my husband, in terms of knowing that there's that little extra bit of financial stability.
Hi, I'm Emily Harrison and I'm the current president of Southampton University Students' Union. There's lots of issues facing students at the moment, with financial challenges, mental health challenges, and with so much uncertainty. Like everyone, students are going through this uncertainty right now. Loneliness has been a massive problem in the student community, and it is a real challenge that students are kind of going through all of this alone and can be quite isolated, particularly for international students who might not have been able to get back to their home country. So right at the beginning of lockdown, SUSU set up the SUSU online community, which is a group on Facebook. We've got over 1,500 students in it now, and we post wellbeing tips. Our clubs and societies have posted home workout and activity videos. They've been doing interactive classes for you to take part in. The university have really genuinely wanted to hear student voice and want their feedback about what's going on, and I really feel like every decision that has been made has been with the best interests of students in mind. They really care about their students. Our students are really actively involved in the community generally. They really get involved with local action groups and volunteering, but this pandemic has just heightened that. So even more so, our students are trying to support our elderly residents in the community by taking them shopping if they need it, helping out on the front line. The Southampton Coronavirus Response Fund is really important because, like I said, students are struggling financially because their places of work aren't open anymore, and so that's cut off a major income stream from them. And so having extra funds to be able to support them is a vital lifeline.
One of the first groups of students that we wanted to reach out to were our students who we know had come to us after leaving care or who were estranged from their families. These students may have all sorts of places they can go, but some of those students were remaining in halls and could have been quite isolated during this period of time, particularly if they had developed symptoms or have developed symptoms and needed to go into isolation. So we wanted to make sure that they knew that they had someone at the university they could reach out to and that they could ask about whatever concerns or questions that they might have. So a member of my team, David, he is the contact point at the university, and he personally phoned all of those students and had conversations with them. And then using money from the Coronavirus Response Fund, we were able to send a care package to all of those students. It's been really gratifying to be able to both receive the money from, you know, all sorts of people, all sorts of different donors, and to be able to use that money to kind of directly support students at exactly the time that they needed it.